In this BuzzFeed article dated April 2022, Black people shared the rules they follow that most white people don't know a thing about. These rules could mean the difference between life and death. One person said, no matter how angry you get, you try to remain calm. If you raise your voice, even just a little, regardless of what you say or how you say it, you are instantly labeled the angry Black woman and judged wrongly, even when you're right. One person said, my mother taught me to always ask for a bag and receipt, no matter how small the purchase, or you could be accused of stealing. One woman said, as a Black woman in a predominantly white area, I make a point of approaching staff first in stores when I walk in. I ask an innocuous question in a friendly, high-pitched voice, even if I don't need anything. They seem to feel safer around me and do not follow me around when I do that. One woman said, as a Black woman, I usually keep my college jacket in the car. If I have to go to the emergency room, I receive better treatment if doctors see that I have a higher education. The person said, I'm from Louisiana where we still have sundown towns. Avoid them at all costs. But if you have to pass through at night, make sure you have a full tank of gas and that you do not stop for anything. One man said, I'm a 50-year-old Black man who lives in a 98% white neighborhood. I don't go for walks alone ever. I don't trust the level of suspicion that white residents have regarding my presence. For example, when kids of color visit our neighborhood to do door-to-door sales, someone usually posts their presence in the neighborhood association Facebook page. So at least I make sure I'm walking my dog, or better yet, walking with my spouse. One person said, never ever put your hands in your pockets while walking around a store. If you don't want to give them a reason to follow you around or call the police, your hands need to be visible at all times. One man said, as a Black man, never get into an elevator with a woman alone. Always wait for the next one. One person said, something I know I have to be careful in public as a person mixed with Black and white is remembering which parent I'm with and how to act. This is called code switching. I have to make sure I act okay so I'm not labeled as ghetto with my mom or whitewashed with my dad. One person said, no matter how cold or windy it is outside, my hood stays off and my earbuds or headphones stay off my ears. One man said, as a Black man who loves hip hop, I often have to censor the music that I listen to so I won't be judged as a thug. One man said, as a Black man, if there's a white woman in line, you stand back far enough so you can't touch her by mistake or be accused of touching her. One man said, knowing that I'll be followed when shopping in high-end stores, I have product-related questions prepared for when they invariably ask me if I need assistance. Replying with, no thank you, I'm just browsing, makes their suspicion jump, and suddenly I have an unofficial entourage. I'm a college-educated Black man about to turn 40, but I still need to play these silly sort of games. It can be very exhausting. One woman said, as a Black woman who works a swing shift and gets home from work at 11 p.m., I don't take off my badge until I get inside my garage. I need to have a layer of protection to prove I'm not up to no good if I do get pulled over. One person said, when meeting with executives or high-ranking officials where appropriate attire would be business casual for others, I wear full business attire. I found when I dress more formally, I receive more eye contact, head nodding, and enthusiasm during conversations. This happens consistently. One person said, I work in a hospital. Anytime I get a patient out of bed and they ask me to move their purse, I make sure it remains in their sight as I move it. I also hope that it's a room with a camera, just in case any discrepancies come up. As a Black, brown, Indigenous, or African-American person, are there any routines such as these that you do that most white people wouldn't know much about? If you're white, do you know about some of these rules that Black people follow? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you feel like I do, that it's way past time for white America to take racial responsibility, please consider subscribing or joining one of my many, many communities. I do live shows each Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and I'd love to have you there. Thanks for watching.